Alright, good afternoon everybody. It's like after 6 o'clock and I'm just leaving the house now. And I didn't wash my hair because I don't know why I didn't wash it. I have shampoo in there somewhere, but I couldn't readily find it and I didn't feel like being frustrated. It's somewhere in the bathroom. So I just kind of washed it with conditioner and I didn't get all the tangles out. And then so this is going to be a disaster in a few because it's still wet now. But then I put conditioner on after I got out of the shower, which is a big no-no. Because what that basically means is that my hair, instead of poofing out to be its natural afro curly wavy self, is going to be congealed wherever the conditioner is. And if you think it's not attractive, looking like a jerry curl, just wait until it dries up and it's like stiff, and the parts where the conditioner is kind of like congealed together, and the parts it's not is trying to fluff. Someone have a Frederick Douglass wavy type deal going on. So I wanted to talk a little bit about me and I guess my experiences now. I'm a little bit concerned, and when I say concerned, I think in everybody's life you go through changes. And I think when people become concerned about their own life or the lives of others is when it becomes divergent from what, I guess, whatever the mores and the values are that you're raised on, the habits and the norms that you're accustomed to growing up in the communities that you live in. Now, anytime you come across something big and major in your life, legal, family death, there's always going to be some kind of change. The biggest event in my life is a legal incident. Now, that incident, for the most part, pretty much is over, except the fact that I keep bringing it up. But I have to, because it has made a big impact on my life. My life has changed. Had that incident not happened, the Maria that you see right now in front of you would not be the Maria that you see. You would see a professional woman, because for the last 10 years of my life, instead of being in and out of homeless shelters, instead of living in places where people are renting rooms and working sporadically, I would have continuously, every time, it took away your ability to be resilient, because it took away your freedom. You couldn't, being in a shelter, which I was quartered to, you couldn't decide, oh, I need to get a job and go start working right then. You were discouraged from doing that. And not only were you discouraged from doing that by the facilitators that were there, you're discouraged from doing that by the peers, because the people that are in those places, either they were good people like you, and over a period of time they've become worn down by the system and they've accepted this as the norm for their way of life, or it has always been a norm, and so it's like everybody's trying to keep you within that norm because you are in. I didn't put any deodorant on. I just realized that there's no odor, but I just a realization, because I felt the wind waft under my arm, and I was just like, usually there's a coating when you get out the shower of the fresh, cool deodorant, but it's not there now. So, they want to keep you within that norm of that particular community, which would be the homeless community, the people that are on drugs and alcohol and, been through the legal system, whether rightfully or not, because everybody wants to feel validated in their own right. Now, I feel kind of bad doing this video, and the reason why is because I used to post my YouTube videos like simultaneously, but probably in weeks I haven't done that. And in addition to that, I feel bad because I don't know if this is ever going to make it to YouTube because I haven't been posting. So that's what it is. So what happens is that you have an adjustment in your social status. Now for me, because of my mom and maybe where she's from, she's not American. Well, not born American, she's American now, but just, her value systems from her family, kind of led over. So whatever she got dumbed down into when she got here, that's whatever she got dumbed down into when she got here, that's what it is. Now, it's so ironic. It seems like whenever I get to the point where I'm talking about this subject, I always run into a piece of my past or a piece of my semi-present that reminds me. As y'all know, I've been hanging out in the Hollandale area for the past couple years, and I've come across, maybe two people, one person that's been here just about a year, like me. I'm over a year, about a year and a half, and however they got here, they did. And just to watch, I'm gonna try to keep it within a time limit. Just to watch the things that people go through, like, for example, and I'm talking about me too because it has affected me. Like I said, the woman that you see today is not the woman that you would have saw if that legal thing didn't happen. I mean, I would be top shape, probably. So I had so much confidence, it was unbelievable, But the woman that I just saw, again, through the homeless system, this, that, and the other, I don't know what her situation was. I don't know what the situation was with her. Because, when you're in that situation, for me anyways, I tried to keep to myself as much as possible. I didn't want to be any more vulnerable than I already was. I was vulnerable to the system, vulnerable to the facilities. And when you have people around you and you're different, and again, they're trying to, whatever community you're in, whether it's a community of derelicts or a community of good people, they're going to try to bring you this community itself, just like your body and the organisms in your body. It tries to bring everything to the middle, to norm, So if you're different and you go into a place like that and you ever want to be outside of that place and function as you did before, you can't really fully norm to that environment, But being human, your socialization, that's what norming is anyways. Being human, you're automatically going to norm whether you like it or not to a certain degree, because there are certain rules, bottom line rules and regulations that you have to adhere to. In addition to that, there are certain expectations, just like the 5-monkey experiment that they did, the psychology, decades back. You're going to be expected to norm. If you don't, the community will beat you down until you get there. So the ghetto talking that you hear, that's me being beat down by the community that I was in to norm. The messed up hair, that's me being abused by the community that I was in order to norm. The overweight, the facilities and institutions, not allowing you to exercise, feeding you all this food. They had a 5-pound bag of sugar and green beans. Okay, so, all of these things that you see are a result of negative norming. Now, I have to pull out of this, and I don't know whether to be thankful or not, but there was a person that was in the situation that, when I first came out, I was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna hit the ground running and get back. And what he said to me was like, Maria, it takes a long time for you to get into this situation, being the mindset that they've developed into you, being in those different institutions, homeless shelters, so forth and so on, going through the court, that it's going to take a while for you to unnorm yourself, So that's why spending quality time with yourself is so important. And quality time is not just, checking my time, but quality time is not just sitting at home alone. Quality time is not watching porn. Quality time, is not chatting with people that you really have a disdain for and don't have anything positive to provide, and you're just looking to take something positive, but they don't have anything positive to give, and you don't have anything to provide. That's not positive time being spent with those resources that are available, and everything around you is a resource, whether it's positive or negative. So, but talking about that lady again, we'll have the homeless mentality sets in, and it's hard to pull out. Saw her, again, in and out of shelters last 10 years, and with her, what I wanted to say was that she found her a little place out here. I don't know if she's renting from someone, a portion of a place, or a whole place, but what ended up happening was I saw her one day, and I know she wasn't homeless. She was living somewhere around here. But she was on the street with a sign saying she was homeless and needed money, So I guess what the situation is that she wanted to make sure she could pay her bills, but now she hasn't had that problem, and she's saying that she collects disability. And see, that's the whole homeless mentality. But my time is running short, so I'm going to go to the next to the next segment and talk about her situation. So